moving on from question 3, we've got question 4. We've got a highlight tool ready to go, and we're going to read the question stem first. It states, the conclusion of the cruise ship captain's argument can be properly inferred if which one of the following is assumed. Okay, so this is an assumption task. So we just highlight assumed, and that's fine enough. We don't really need to highlight any other task when it comes to identifying assumption. So we're going to read the statements from the cruise ship captain. We're going to then consider which of the statements is that captain's conclusion, and we're going to try to predict mentally what might be an assumption that's necessary to believe it. So this cruise ship captain states, whatever the source of the Cyclospora that caused several people to become ill last Friday, it was not the initially suspected shipment of strawberries. Because Cyclospora spreads so rapidly, there would have been traces on all of the strawberries last Friday if the shipment had been contaminated then. But this Monday, we examined several of the remaining strawberries and found no signs of Cyclospora. So we know that the source of the Cyclospora was not the initially suspected shipment of strawberries. So let's clean that up just a little bit for ourselves. So we should have in mind a mental prediction, because it says that they tested these strawberries on Monday. And these strawberries on Monday, then we have to know that the Cyclospora would still be there on Monday. 2 days have passed. I mean, well, actually, depending on where it was on Friday, it could be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's some time that's elapsed. So we need to show that there was guaranteed to be some evidence remaining on Friday or on Monday from the contamination on Friday. That's our mental prediction of the assumption. So we'll now go to the answer choices, looking for reasons to eliminate as we go. Starting with choice A, if the strawberries had been contaminated with Cyclospora, they would have caused some of the people who ate them to become ill. Well, okay, if the strawberries had been contaminated, well, we're saying that they weren't. So if the strawberries had been contaminated, it's just a negation. We don't know anything about that. So we can eliminate A as needing additional information. Then choice B, if there were traces of Cyclospora on the remaining strawberries when they were examined this Monday, then the strawberries were already contaminated when people ate them last Friday. Well, again, there weren't any traces of Cyclospora this Monday. So this is a hypothetical that is not at issue, the same thing as choice A, pretty much, so we can eliminate B for that reason. Then choice C, if last Friday the shipment of strawberries had been contaminated, then traces of Cyclospora would have been detected when the remaining strawberries were examined this Monday. Well, ding, 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 that is exactly what we had as our mental prediction, which is the value of the prediction. I don't get confused by the convoluted phrasing. I go, this is exactly what I expected, and we can grab it as our correct answer. Moving on briskly through the remaining answer choices. If there were traces of Cyclospora on all of the strawberries last Friday, then there would have been traces of Cyclospora left on some of the strawberries this Monday. Well, first off, it spread so rapidly that they would have been traces on all of them if they'd been contaminated then. But then we've got some of the strawberries this Monday. It's a very subtle distinction, but it's not the same strawberries necessarily. It's remaining strawberries in C. D, it's not remaining. So those could be new strawberries. We don't know. So we can eliminate choice D for that very subtle distinction. And then choice E, the shipment of strawberries was not the only possible source of the Cyclospora that caused the illness. Well, again, we kind of already know this. This isn't an assumption that's necessary. It's just obviously the way that the cruise ship captain's argument works. So E isn't something that needs to be assumed. It's not required by the argument. Of course, C was our predicted assumption and is the correct answer for number 4.